What if learning Japanese could be so addicting and so fun that you actually forget you're studying? In just 5 minutes, I'll show you the method that I use to pick up thousands of words a year while making it stick. No burnouts, no endless word lists. I was able to make Japanese feel less like a chore and more like something I actually wanted to do, something that felt almost effortless. Now, you're about to see the tools that I use and where to start, but first, we need to understand why Japanese feels so hard, because if we don't, then the rest of this video doesn't really make sense. はい、皆さん、今日は日本語の単語を勉強します。
Let's go!
始めよう。猫、よし。犬、いいぜ。寿司。Dang, this is so easy. 次は。Say it. Say it. Say it.
Please,
say it. It's written right there. Why
You're
can't you say
scaring
it?
me.
Say it. Say it. Read it. This is where a lot of learners get stuck, myself included, and it's not your fault. Textbooks try to teach useful Japanese words such as Chikyu Ondanka, but real natives learn real Japanese through real conversations. And that's the key. Context is everything. Real Japanese is a living, breathing language. It's visual, emotional, spoken fast, yelled, whispered. It lives on in all of your favorite anime, TV shows, and songs. But a lot of people stick to dead materials. And the further your studies drift from reality, the harder it all feels. But what if you flipped it? What if you started with real Japanese, and then the flashcards came later? Now this is where it gets exciting. Now as I showcase these tools, there's two crucial things to keep in mind to get the most out of them. The first being comprehensible input. A lot of people tend to think that if you just sit down and consume enough Japanese content without additional studies, you'll just pick up the language. But you can't pick up much of anything if it all sounds like gibberish. It's like trying to build a house without foundation, and you know how that goes. Which is why you need to choose content slightly outside of your comfort zone, so you can pick up new words incrementally in context. And here's where the second part comes into play, learning words by frequency. You focus on the most common, high-impact words that show up over and over again. The kind you'll actually hear in shows, YouTube, or daily conversations, and this is where you're gonna make the quickest progress. If we apply the 80-20 rule to language learning, it basically states that if we learn the 20% most common words of a language, we'll be able to comprehend around 80% of it. Now back to my house analogy, these common crucial words will act as building blocks that solidify your foundation, leading to a stronger, longer-lasting house of Japanese knowledge. I kept you waiting long enough, so here's where the tools come into play. Humans are really good at learning things, but memorizing and retaining is a different story. And that's where SRS comes in. Tools like Anki, Migaku, and Yomitan help you take words that you've seen in the wild and lock them in for good. And I'm not sponsored by any of these, but I'd love to be. Anyway, let's go over to my desk so I can show you how I started learning words in a way that actually sticks. Not just recognizing them, but really remembering them. This is the core of what made Japanese click for me. I'd be watching a scene from an anime or YouTuber I liked, and when something caught my ear, boom, I'd save that sentence on the spot. Alright, so here's how this actually works. First, you'll need Anki. It's a free flashcard app that looks a little plain, but when you combine it with the right tools, it becomes this powerful system that helps you remember what you learn. Then comes Yomitan. It's a browser extension that lets you hover over Japanese text and instantly see what it means. With a click of one button, you can make a sentence flashcard with audio, screenshots, you name it. And you're not just learning a word here, you're locking in how it's actually used. So you can do this while you're watching anime, YouTube, or even just scrolling through Japanese sites. And every time you run into something new, you're mining sentences that matter to you. Now Migaku essentially combines Yomitan and Anki, and it lets you do all this directly from Netflix, YouTube, or even local files with Japanese subtitles. It auto-builds your flashcards with screenshots, audios, context at no extra effort. And Migaku is free to try, but after the first 100 flashcards, it's $10 a month. But still, Anki and Yomitan are completely free, and I use them to pass the jlpt N2, as I've only just recently subscribed to Migaku. I'll drop all the links below, but if you want a full tutorial on how to set this up step by step, just let me know down in the comments. Here's the magic behind it. Anki uses spaced repetition to show you a word right as you're about to forget it. It's like a memory coach that shows up exactly when you need it, and it works for free. And I love free labor. So yeah, this method might feel too easy at first, but it works because it's simple, because it mirrors how we naturally pick up languages. You're not memorizing a list, you're collecting moments, little pieces of real Japanese tied to voices, scenes, emotions. And that's what makes it stick. That's what makes it fun. And the more you do it, the more naturally addictive it gets. You start noticing words pop up again. Things that used to feel impossible start to feel easy. That's when you know it's working. So I have a challenge for you. Watch one scene from your favorite anime or YouTuber and try to mine 3 words that catch your ear using Yomitan. Add them to Anki, and that's it. That's your starting point. And if you already do this, take it a step further, mine 5, or go back and mine a scene little by little until eventually you can understand the whole thing. This isn't about grinding harder, it's about learning smarter. And if this clicked for you, let me know down in the comments or share it with one of your friends who are trying to get into learning Japanese. This might be helpful for them. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, and if you love this video, consider subscribing. And by the way, what's the hardest part of learning Japanese to you? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Memorizing words in context is key. It's what truly makes the language stick. But if you want to make this process a lot easier, check out my video on how to actually study Japanese grammar. And if you want to connect, join my Discord. We've got a community of passionate learners just like you. So keep learning, keep immersing, and make Japanese something you really want to come back to. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
You've got expectations, I don't wanna chase them. I left my cape behind, can no longer be your superman. Saving you when I need saving.